Alrighty, let's take a look at question 5. Question 5, we're going to be looking at how to solve algebraic equations involving fractions. So the question is, which value of x makes x minus 3 over 4 plus 2 over 3 equals 17 over 12 true? So we're basically trying to solve this equation involving fractions for x. And that x value will make the equation true. All right, so let's write down the equation. We have x minus 3 over 4 plus 2/3 equals 17 over 12. Now, the question is, what can we do to make this equation easier to work with? Or another way we can look at it, what makes this equation complicated? It's the fractional component, right? If there were no fractions, it would be an easier, much easier equation. Okay, so the goal now is to eliminate the denominators, eliminate the fractional components so that it's an easier problem to solve. So how do we go about doing that? Well, let's go over a tip to help you with this. So when you have an equation involving fractions, multiplying by the LCD, the lowest common divisor of all the denominators, will eliminate the denominators. Okay. All right, so that's the goal here. We want to eliminate the denominators, all of them, by multiplying by the LCD of all the denominators, right? So the denominators are 4, 3, and 12. So let's find out what the LCD of 4, 3, and 12 is. Basically, the smallest number that 4, 3, and 12 can go into evenly. So we want to find the LCD of 4, 3, and 12. There are different ways to do it. I'm just going to use the list of multiples method to do it. And then you can use other methods. There's another method we normally use called the chart or array method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list some multiples of these numbers, and I want to see the smallest number that's common amongst the multiples of all three. Okay, that will be the lowest common divisor. So let's start with 4. Let's write down the multiples of 4. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 3, 12. Oh, wow. Look at 12. Does that look familiar? It's one of the numbers that we're considering. So let's keep that in mind. We have 16 and 20. All right, let's take a look at 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is, 12 again. 3 times 5, 15. And then 12. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, so now we already know what the answer is. We're looking for the smallest number that shows up in all three columns, all three lists of factors of the multiples of the numbers. So we have 12 here, 12 here, 12 here. That's the lowest common divisor, the smallest number that 4, 3, and 12 can go into evenly. 4 goes into 12 3 times, 3 goes into 12 4 times, 12 goes into 12 once. Okay? So why are we looking for the LCD? The LCD, which is 12, we're looking for it because when we multiply this fraction, this algebraic equation involving fractions by it, the denominators will be gone. Okay, let's illustrate. So we're going to multiply. Let's go ahead and multiply. Multiply each fraction by the LCD. 12 multiplied by 12. Multiply this one by 12. And then multiply this guy right here by 12. All right, let's see what happens. 4 goes here once, 4 goes here 3 times. Okay, and that will yield 3 times x minus 3 plus, and then 2/3 times 12, what goes? 3 goes here once, 3 goes here 4 times. Okay, and then we have 2 times 4, 2 multiplied by 4. And then over here, last one, 12 goes here once, and 12 goes here once. And then we have 17. Now let's compare what we have here with what we had initially. Doesn't this look much nicer? Well, why is that? Well, it's because the denominators are gone. We are no longer dealing with fractions. This is a linear algebraic equation in one variable. All right. So let's go ahead and solve this. So to solve this, we have to get rid of the parentheses, distribute 3 to these two terms. So here we have 3x minus 9 plus 8 equals 17. Now let's combine like terms. We have two constants on the left side, negative 9 and positive 8. Signs are different. You subtract and keep the sign of the bigger. 9 minus 8 is 1. The bigger number is 9, which is negative, so minus 1 equals 17. Okay, now to finish this off, we're simply just going to add 1 to both sides and divide by 3. So let's do it. So if we add 1 to both sides of the equation, add 1, we're going to have 3x is equal to 18, and then we want to get rid of this 3, right? So to undo this multiplication operation, we're going to use the inverse operation, which is dividing by 3. Okay, so when we do that, we'll get our final answer. X equals 18 divided by 3 is 6. So these ones divide out. Okay, so the answer is x equals 6. So x equals 6 will make this equation true. The answer to question number 5 is option number 2. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this presentation. I really appreciate it. If you found the contents of this tutorial helpful in your studies of algebra, help support us by giving us a like, a subscribe, and by sharing it with your friends and hitting the bell notification button. To gain access to a wide variety of support resources, visit our website at mathgotserved.com or take a look at the links in the description below. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.